All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're talking about the absolute bedrock of language, the fundamental building blocks. We're going to get straight to the point on one of the very first rules of grammar we ever learn, the common noun.
So here's a great way to think about it. Building a sentence can feel a little intimidating, but honestly, it's a lot like building a house. You just need the right parts, and each of those parts has a very specific job to do.
You know, when you're building a house, you need specialists, right? A plumber for the pipes, a carpenter for the frame, an electrician for the wiring. Well, a sentence is exactly the same. It needs different kinds of words, each with its own job. And we call these the parts of speech.
So, where do we start with our sentence house? With the foundation, of course. And that foundation is the noun. This is the part of speech that does all the heavy lifting when it comes to naming things. And you know what? It's really that simple. A noun is just a naming word. That's it. It's the label we use for literally everything around us. People, places, ideas, and, just stuff. Now, nouns come in a few different flavors. But for today, we're going to zero in on the first one, the one you'll see and use the most, the common noun.
Okay, let's get to the main event, the common noun. What exactly makes it common? Well, think of it this way. These are words for all the things you can actually experience with your five senses. This is it. This is the golden rule, the one thing to remember. If you can see it, touch it, hear it, taste it, or smell it, bam! The word you use to name that thing is a common noun. It's that direct.
Let's make this real. Right now, as you're watching this, you're looking at a screen. You can see it, you could reach out and touch it. That makes screen a perfect example of a common noun.
How about where you are right now? You're probably sitting on a chair, or maybe you're on the floor. Both are things you can feel, right? So yeah, chair and floor are both common nouns.
And it works for your other senses too. You can hear my voice. Now you can't see it or touch it, but you can sense it with your ears. So voice is also a common noun. See? That five senses rule holds up. Let's keep the ball rolling with some more classic examples. A boy, a bat, a ball. All things you can clearly see and touch out in the real world. Every single one of them, a common noun.
Here, have one more set for good measure. A goat, its horns, and the fence. These are all tangible, physical things we can point to. This is really the bread and butter of our language.
Okay, that five senses rule is fantastic for sure, but what if you want a quicker way, a little grammatical shortcut, a trick to spot a common noun instantly when you're reading? Well, we've got you covered.
So, do you need a shortcut? Yes, you do. And it's one of the most reliable little clues in the English language, and it's so easy to learn. It's the a, an, the trick. Just think of these three little words, which are called articles, by the way, as big, flashing neon signs. If you see a, an, or the, there's a very good chance that a common noun is following right behind it. Look, let's see it in action. In that first sentence, you see the, and what's right after it? Doctor, common noun. In the second one, a points you to horse, and the points you right to fence. And in the last one, a flags tree, while the flags storm. It just works like a charm. All right, so you've learned the rule, and now you have the trick. The final step is to actually put all that knowledge into practice. There are a few great ways to really make this new skill stick. You can test yourself in three ways. First, just try to identify them. Find all the common nouns in a few sentences. Second, try unjumbling words to form a sentence, which really forces you to think about the noun's role. And third, try matching common nouns to their definitions. Think of it like a full workout for your new grammar muscles. As we wrap this up, let's just come back one last time to that core concept. If there's only one thing you remember from all this, make it this rule. Once you internalize it, you have an incredibly powerful tool for understanding language. Common nouns are absolutely everywhere you look and listen. So here's a final thought for you. Now that you can spot them everywhere, what's the most interesting or maybe surprising common noun you'll notice in your world today? Thanks for watching.